Good morning, Darren. It's good to see you. And Jeff, it's good to meet you. I'm Ian Cameron. This is Tim Fenton, Dean and Associate Dean of the School of Engineering and Advanced Manufacturing here at NTC. Welcome to our new Industry 4.0 Smart Manufacturing Lab.
Welcome. This is our lights out manufacturing cell behind us. It's a series of robots, and this system here will put together a USB drive. So it's 3 different components. There's a vision guided part picking system. The whole idea behind this is that we can load this with inventory. We can have autonomous vehicles bringing inventory in, and this unit can run without human intervention. And once you turn the lights out, it can continue to produce parts 24/7.
Tim, you mentioned lights out manufacturing.
Yes.
What is that?
The whole idea behind it is that you don't need humans to operate the line. So if your shift is over at 4 o'clock and you go home, you turn it off, not only can it continue to produce parts, but it can do preventative maintenance. It can alert somebody if there is an issue with the line. It can order new inventory, and it basically monitors itself. On the higher end, it can also get into machine learning where the line can get smarter and smarter as it runs.
Do you see this type of technology being used locally here at some of our manufacturing partners?
All of our local business and industry, due to the shortage of the workforce and recent advancements with sensors, the technology's been around. The technology that's in your smartphone been around for 10 or 15 years, but the cost of all of those components are coming down so much that combined with the worker shortage, all of our local manufacturing partners are looking to automate and put in lines similar to this.
And is it safe to say that local manufacturers are looking to NTC for this kind of work and product?
Yes. Enrollment is up in this area, and we also get a lot of requests for customized training in automation across the board, from PLCs to robotics. All different industries are reaching out for different training options.
And one of the interesting things about this is probably when this technology kind of first started during Industry 3.0, this is now Industry 4.0, the real difference is the sheer connectivity between the equipment and how autonomous it can be.
Let's go take a look at our flexible learning space over here. This is part of our Smart Manufacturing Lab. This space is designed to allow students to each have one of their own individual workspaces with one of the cobots that we referenced earlier. So if a student comes up here, they're going to have a trainer that can be swapped out for working on PLCs, different safety issues, different projects that they can work on. We're also going to have monitors up so that they can see their work, but they can have this robot program it, actually pick it up and run the controls, do different things with the conveyors and move parts. So it's set up to be flexible so students can work on individual projects, but we can also set these up so all of the cobots can interact with each other, and we could run the conveyors and make one big assembly line, depending on what the student project is and what we want to do at that time.
So there's going to be opportunities for this to be in a classroom somewhere, and kids are going to be there watching you demonstrate how this works. Yeah. And they're already getting interested in this work at a young age.
Anything to spark interest. So we bring a lot of groups in here. We're hoping that as those groups come in, they can grab a tablet or a pendant and actually interact with the robots. But like I said, we can also project this out over the internet, and our K-12s can pick up a digital twin and actually move robots here while sitting in their classroom. We'll take a look at the student automation cell over here.
So it teaches them all the essential components they need to work with this sort of technology in industry in a fairly simple way. Now, this is kind of the culmination of where our automation systems technology program has taken us so far. The idea for this space in the future is that we get cross-program projects set up. So in theory, this space would be completely empty at the beginning of the year, and they would have access to all the components to create their own lights out manufacturing line from scratch. So for example, it could be we have the mechanical design students design a drill jig, and then we have the manufacturing engineering students design a manufacturing process that could make that drill jig. Then we have the electromechanical and the automation students build the actual manufacturing line. We have the data analytics students take a feed from that data so they can analyse it, send it back to the team. They can then make improvements. If we can truly get students to work together in a cross-functional team, there's no better way of teaching them how it's going to be like in an industry, because that is how industry works.
Because that would basically start from, because they might find themselves in a situation where, okay, we need to build this or create this.
Yep.
And then throughout the course of their work here, they'll start here and then they'll see the finished product.
Exactly.
We also just started a data analytics program at NTC. So right up above here, we've got a 360 camera, which broadcasts live. So people in that data analytics lab, which is located on the other side of our campus here, can have a live look into each one of these manufacturing areas. So the live look is kind of neat because they see where the numbers are coming from. But with all these smart sensors and different technologies on here, we can kick out unlimited information on production, on how parts are wearing, when things might fail. And then our data analytics students can determine which information they want to look at it and how they want to look at it.
And the other thing I really like to highlight here is that this space is intended to give students the freedom to make mistakes. If you're going to make a mistake, make it here, figure out why it happened, learn from it, and that's really the kind of environment we want to create for students, just a very flexible, very free environment for them to learn at the way that suits them best.